Hey, good morning. Good Saturday morning. And it is a beautiful Saturday, okay? Now, it's not early anymore, even though I got up early this morning, but I decided my husband fixed breakfast, okay? So I decided, let me go ahead on and fix some biscuits and share them with you because they're quick and they're easy. And you put some jam on them biscuits. Yes. Although I'm known to get up sometime, even though I don't make biscuits a whole lot. But when I do, most of the time it's in the evenings when we don't have anything in the house sweet to eat, and we'll put some of that jam on them. So let's get started on these quick and easy biscuits. All right, y'all, let's get started on these biscuits, okay? We're gonna start with, tell you what I'm using. I'm gonna use 2 cups of self-rising flour. 2 cups, okay? That's 1. These are like really so simple to make, y'all. So simple to make. I'll leave my flour close by. I'm going to take and put in a teaspoon of sugar. I like just a smidgen of sugar, okay? And then we're going to take and tell you what I'm using. Now, I did not have any buttermilk, okay? I didn't have buttermilk. This camera always looks crooked to me. Y'all, hold on. Let me just, okay. No buttermilk in the house. So what I'm using, I usually keep 2% on hand. So it actually worked out that I don't have any buttermilk because my 2% milk expired yesterday. Okay, so I thought rather than throw out my milk, I can use it to put in my biscuits. Now, it's not the same as buttermilk, but what I did do is add just a little bit less than a tablespoon of vinegar to my milk, okay? They say that makes buttermilk, so that's normally what I do when I don't have buttermilk. I use just a little bit less than a tablespoon, a little bit less, okay? So I'm going to use that. And then my shortening, I'm using shortening. You can use shortening or you can use butter. It's easier for me to just use the shortening, okay? And I'm going to put 2 tablespoons. You're using about 1/4 of a cup of shortening, okay? And they're heaping tablespoons of the shortening here. So that's 1. And what we want to do, you can use a pastry cutter. I think that's what they call them. You can use a fork or you can use your hands. But what you want to do is get this shortening blended into your flour. Okay? You want to get it blended in. It's going to look like little crumbs. It's going to look crummy, okay? It takes a couple of minutes, but just take your fork and press your shortening into your flour. This flour is really, really soft now. I'm a gold medal girl. I grew up on gold medal flour, but a lot of times it's hard for me to find the gold medal as far as self-rising. So then I get whatever I can. This morning I'm using White Lily. But it doesn't matter what kind of flour you use, as long as it's self-rising. Because we're not putting anything like baking powder, baking soda. We're not using any of that, okay? Keeping this real simple. And I want y'all in this bowl so you can see what I'm doing. I got a pan here. I don't know the size of this pan. This pan is so old. I've greased it with my shortening, okay? I'm going to put my biscuits in that. It is a gorgeous day. It looks like it wants to become overcast, and maybe it will later, but for right now, it's beautiful here in Jacksonville. I'm sure it's hot out there, though. Beautiful Saturday morning. Okay. That looks good to me right there. Okay. Let's get this off of here and get that in there too. And I'm going to start adding my milk. I'm going to add like half of it and then kind of eyeball it, because most of the time I don't use it all. But usually when I say that in front of the camera, I end up doing just what I said I'm not going to do. But let's see. And let me show you this before we see how it looks crummy. Okay. I'm going to start adding my milk. And I want to switch over to my spoon. And we're not going to stir it like crazy. We're just going to kind of fold that milk into it. Okay, I'm starting with a cup of milk. Now, like I said, I don't normally use it all. We'll see this morning. Just want to kind of get it sticky. Okay. Gently fold that milk in there. Let's see, we need more. Okay. Let's see what we're doing. Want to get it sticky. Now, I'm not a real biscuit maker, y'all. I don't, I make them. We like them. Most of the time, we like to eat them in the evenings, at night, with our jam that I make. I'm gonna put a drop more in here. Get this off the bottom. Okay. And if you put too much milk, if it gets too wet, don't worry about it. When you put it down on your board, whatever you're going to roll it out on or press it out on, you can always incorporate some of that flour into it, okay? So this looks good right here. A lot of times I make mine a little bit more wet than it needs to be. I'll put a drop, just a drop. Now you see how much milk I have left, okay? It's about a quarter of what I started with. About a quarter of a cup left. Okay. But yeah, I don't make a whole lot of biscuits. My mother made them all the time. And because as a kid, I didn't really like biscuits, I wasn't really interested in making them. Okay. And even as an adult, if I don't have jelly or jam, some kind of preserves, I won't eat them. Okay, let's put some flour down. My surface is clean. And I'm going to show you this dough. Okay, I'll show it to you. Put a little bit extra from my hands. And see, this is very wet and sticky. Okay, very wet and sticky. That's the way I want it. And now I'm going to take it and turn it out onto my flour. That's simple, y'all. And if you have real buttermilk, it's even better. But these will be good. Normally I get about 9 biscuits. Maybe have enough dough for 10, but only 9 are going to fit in this pan, okay? You make them as thick or as thin as you want. They're going to rise some. See, this is very sticky, so what I'm going to do is just start adding in my flour. Better get a little bit more here, just in case I need it. Okay. Everybody in this house likes biscuits. All right, so now I'm just going to take it. Make sure you got flour on your hands so it won't stick. See how wet that is? That's how I like mine. And then I just kind of work some flour into it. You don't want to come off, and that's okay. All right, you don't really want to knead it Just want to kind of get it together here. Let's get it together. Add your flour in if you need it. This is beautiful. It feels beautiful. Okay. Look at that. Sometimes I use a rolling pin. Sometimes I don't. I'll just press it out with my hands, okay? That right there is beautiful. I like that. And at this point, if you wanted to, you could take a rolling pin and just kind of gently roll over the top. My mother always used a rolling pin. Cutting these kind of thick. And if you notice, I'm using a glass. Yes. That's how my mother cut out her biscuits. So I never even thought to buy a biscuit cutter. She had that one glass that she would always use. Now this glass is not as sharp as a biscuit cutter. You try not to do all of this here. But with these glasses, you have to do it just a little bit, okay? Look at that. Put them close together in your pan. Let me see, can you see that? See that? Close together. And with the rest of the dough, because we're not finished, I got space for 3 more. Okay, just take and put that dough back together, gently. Take and put it back together. See how beautiful that is? Put it back together and finish cutting out. These are gonna be good, y'all. We got space for 1 more. Let's see if we can cut that 1 more. Keep a little flour on your glass. Help you cut it. There we go. We got our 9 biscuits. Right there. Yes, sir. Aren't those pretty? I got a little bit of dough left, and that's okay. All right, always do. All right, I'm gonna put these biscuits in the oven I have my oven preheated to 450. I'm gonna put them in there for about 15 to 18 minutes, okay? Sometimes they're right on at 15 minutes, and then sometimes I have to let them go a little bit further. But when they come out of the oven, I will show them to you, okay? All right, y'all, that was 15 minutes. 15 minutes. And they are beautiful. And all I have to do now at this point is, oh, those are gorgeous, y'all, is put some butter. They are just gorgeous. They're hot. I just pulled them out of the oven. And I like to put butter right on them while they're hot. Let me push these closer so you can see them without burning myself. Look at those, y'all. See how fluffy they are? Yes, yes, and yes. OMG, yes. Okay, get in there and make you some of these easy biscuits, y'all. Have them with some preserves or just some butter. Now I'm about to pull out the jam. Yes, and we will have these this morning with our breakfast. All right, look at that butter. Carrie's Biscuits, okay? Simple and easy. Most biscuits are, y'all. I'm trying to fix my camera here and my light. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for joining me. Hopefully this will go up like in a few minutes, okay? It's Saturday, it's beautiful. Get out there and do something today. Tomorrow morning, make you some biscuits. See, although in our house, I make biscuits anytime we feel like it. If we want something sweet in the evenings, it's biscuits and jam, okay? If I don't have anything else in here. But remember, y'all, to like, share, comment, yes, and subscribe if you have not, okay? And remember, y'all, go check out the coconut cream pie video for the drawing at the end of the month, which is next weekend, okay? Now, I found out I do have to work on Saturday, which is like never happens, but we have a new computer system starting that Monday after. So, you know, everybody's in a frenzy. But it will probably, I'm going to do a little live video probably that Saturday evening, but I will let you know the time for sure because I want you to show up, okay? Yes, I will see you real soon on my next video. Bye-bye.